Let's use our bodies to be aware of our direct experience, to center ourselves in experience. So if we allow our attention to move to our buttocks on the seat, we notice that we're actually resting in the bowl of the body. That is, the buttocks and the chair seem to be offering the fullest experience of support. There's increased tension in the body where the buttocks, the backs of the thighs meet the seat. Maybe some of the back meets the seat as well. And so this is a bowl of our body. Below that falls away the lower half of the body, the legs and the feet touch the ground, and above the bowl of the body is our torso, our arms and our head. Our senses are located in our head, and with our eyes closed we've limited the sense of seeing, and the sense of hearing is being stimulated by the application of a voice into, out of, through direct experience. The language itself familiar, and it's offering words of guidance and movement that navigate us around our direct experience. Be aware as much as we're able of the space in front of the body and the space behind the body, the space to the left of the body, and the space to the right of the body. And now be aware of the space around the body, the whole body. Now, setting aside the idea of a body, be aware. And we can perhaps acknowledge there's a seeming sense of being, though with the absence of what we usually call a body. There's just experience and the knowing of it. We are knowing, being. There's no real body, there's no real point at which we could say, I am here and everything else is there or there. There's just, if we reduce away from all such concepts of body and even mind, there's a voice appearing in experience, and experience is happening or appears to be happening. Now let's look for the quality of knowing. How can we confirm experiencing is happening? There's a knowing quality to the experiencing. Knowing and experiencing are actually the same thing. We are knowing, we are experiencing, we are being, and there is happening. Feel that sensed, energetic quality. This knowing, experiencing is a constant. It is this to which we appear to awaken in the morning and which seems to disappear as we lay in bed waiting to sleep and then know nothing of sleep. or the objects of sleep until we awaken the next morning and this knowing being appears once more. Our usual word for this is I or me. And the I, the me, relates to a world of objects, people, places and things. As with our eyes open, our ears listening, our lips moving, language, a sense of smell, the feeling sense in the body, we move about a world, counting time, going to different places, spaces. The facility of memory gives us a reference point for the present as we label things we've experienced before. Homes, doors, roads, people, different types of weather, feelings about all of these things. And then the roles that frame our lives: work, home, relationships, our purposefulness if we have any, or we feel we have any, and the feelings of difficulty and struggle and sometimes pointlessness or uselessness, depending on how we experience our life situation. This world, these things, we would call outside or forward-facing objects, roles, places, avenues, things, possessions, relationships, tasks. We develop preferences for some and resistance to others based on how I feel they should or should not be. So our morality sets the tone. Our conditioning informs our preferences and our dislikes. And similarly, as people, places and things change, so do preferences and dislikes. These constant things, these outside things, these forward-facing things never stay the same. Have constantly changed. Yet this I being, hasn't changed since we were 1, 2, 5, 9, 17, 23. Since we got up this morning, since we went to bed yesterday. And if we could apply an arrogance, hopefully the same I that will wake up tomorrow, but who knows and who really cares. What we can say is this I being, this knowing, experiencing, and this experience of the voice guiding us through this direct current knowing, are all that is known. So the knowing includes experiences of things that are known. Even this voice is a thing. As it comes and goes, it's temporary, it's finite. But the beingness, the knowing, the I space is infinite, is unending. So if we acknowledge once more our very being, this common experience for all of us. We cannot find its beginning, we cannot find its end. Take a look. Without reference to words or memories, try and find where your being ends and another person's being begins, and vice versa. Find the outside of experience, the edge of experience. In fact, find the center of experience. We might say, here, the I am, or here I am. And if we do think back, if we cast our present experience into our entire life story, we cannot locate a single point when we could not say, here I am. I am always here. Time, yesterday and tomorrow are concepts for the mind here and now, reference points. The places we've been, the places we hope to go, space, we might say, are concepts for the mind. Actually, if we turn our attention once more to this knowing being, even the mind is a concept. The mind is, in fact, a contraction of our being. It is the faculty, the facility with which processes that enable functionality, that enable us to move about a world of forms and interact, is activated. Yet a life lived from, out of, as our knowing being is already whole, is already complete. Whilst a life lived entirely out of mind alone is limited, is fractious, is prone to difficulty and struggle by the very limits with which the mind is imposed. The mind, of course, is brilliant, and the mind, of course, is not the enemy. As we have seen, it's a wonderful tool and a lousy master. Now, if you remember at the beginning of this brief guided sit, we applied some words that first enable us to center ourselves in experience. These words are the bowl of the body. Of course, on hearing these words once more, attention, especially now, is drawn back to the bowl of the body, the buttocks on the seat. We can always use the body as the motion to move from mind to me, and then ask ourselves, who And what is knowing this me? The me is an object known, and it is, in fact, knowing. That is aware of the known, and is, in fact, unchanged by it.